Another paper that you wrote, so that one was a blog post. Well, I'll include a link in the show notes on that saddest aspects of human condition one. Another piece that you wrote, this one is a paper. So this one was called Welfare Without Taxation. In it, you propose using revenues from AI and autonomous production to fund a universal basic income. Yeah, do you think that this economic model could work alongside the kind of capitalism-driven and free market-driven approach that we have today, or would it be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my musing there is that universal basic income in general is, well, it's a bit of a perpetual motion machine in the sense that you might be trying to get energy out of something that there's simply not enough energy in the system to do. However, what if instead of a state providing universal basic income, it was AI corporations generating profit by providing services or selling products, perhaps even with some human employees to do the meet and greets and things in meet space that are needed. But that AI corporation, because it doesn't have much in the way of overheads, and it doesn't necessarily have to appease shareholders, it can instead be a source of dividends, right, to people who need it. And so it might be that the future is a form of capitalism, hopefully a cuddly, socially aware, externality inclusive kind of capitalism that minds its P's and Q's. But that where basically all of business is done by machines and we receive dividends and, the world just kind of works. I don't know if that's feasible, but to me it seems more feasible than the idea of tax and spend and relying on a state. I do think that could be one path towards a sort of utopia where machines produce stuff for us and we kind of sit back and sip red wine.
Yeah. As I kind of alluded to as we started talking about this utopia stuff, I have totally sipped the Kool-Aid, and I buy into it. I think it's possible, and I think it's possible in the not too distant future. At least a lot of aspects of automation, and yeah, we have to rethink, how society is structured, and I think a universal basic income could be a big part of that.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean these autonomous organizations, these autonomous corporations, they are a game changer when it comes to mutual societies, when it comes to charitable societies, because the overheads are so minimal. Things that only work at large economies of scale when there's humans involved can now be done on a neighborhood scale, right? Because the overheads are so little if it's all being organized by machines. And so that means that all kinds of nonprofits or all kinds of other kinds of mutual aid types of organizations can now be done feasibly. And so that's going to have a major impact on how social welfare is done within society. And, it might mean that you might prefer a kind of AI charity to support you rather than seeking aid off a state, for example.